G'day guys, welcome to Vlog Around Oz, Volume 8. I'm currently at Point Sampson, checking out the historic jetty. And went for a sneaky feed at the tavern in town. Feast your eyes on this bad boy. Today's special, an absolute snapper. And there we have it, Point Sampson's crocodile burger. It was so tasty, not gonna lie. Second time in my life trying croc. Here I am at Cossack, just checking out the lighthouse and surroundings. It was really windy, so I've had to voice over this lot. And then checked out all the historic buildings in town. Heaps of history in this town. A lot of these buildings were all refurbed. This one wasn't refurbed. It was obviously too far gone from a cyclone. But yeah, all in the mid to late 1800s. They were first built. It was a pearl farming town. It was actually quite a grim town. The settlers used and abused the Aborigines, the traditional owners of this land, to dive for the pearls, unprotected from sharks and all the other nasties in the water. And just to be slave-driven like that, diving beyond your lungs' content. Not a nice time to be alive. This is one of the prison cells. And this is what the town looked like back in the day. A bit of the shipping from back then as well. So I said, see you in a while, crocodile, to Cossack and pushed on to Wickham. One of the dump trucks, one of the anchors, I assume from one of the ore boats, and then one of the old locomotives. And then went to Welcome Hill in Roebourne to catch the sunset. Always a sucker for a sunset, especially at a beautiful spot like this with a lot of the Aboriginal art. And yeah, enjoyed the evening. So the next day I gave the carrier another routine clean. When I get to a big town, I'll give it a scrub down and do a full inspection underneath as well, just make sure everything's all good. And this is Porthedland's major port for BHP. Absolutely cranking 24/7. Hey, I had a Google on where to go for coffee in Porthedland, and I found this place called Silver Star Cafe. It's an old railway carriage, and they've done it up as a cafe now. It's awesome inside and outside, definitely unique, and they put out a good coffee, and I've heard the food's great here as well. So if you're in Porthedland, check it out, and hopefully by the time you get here they're done with the renovations outside. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get any good content of the locomotive itself from the outside's point of view, but yeah, check it out. And if you know, you know. These trains are roughly 2 kilometers long. A few moments later. And if you're in mining, this is like the pinnacle, always waiting for a damn train. Anyway, at camp now. Did tell them there's no turnaround point down there. And now they've had to back their camper all the way back. And he's losing his shit and she's getting smashed by flies. And here I am, just a happy camper with my fly net, worry-free, without a trailer, in my mobile home. The flies are bad out here. I've set up camp. I'm just outside Pardue, on my way to Broome. So I think I've got about 300 or 400 k's left. But yeah, this is the worst the flies have been on this whole journey. Hence the net. This is the first time it's come out. But yeah, I made it all the way to Pardue without needing the net. Anyway, hope you enjoyed Porthedland. It didn't have much to offer, but I tried. But yeah, these guys trying to reverse, and he's like, oh, I just burnt my clutch out. Not gonna lie, I smelt the damn clutch, that's for sure. Alright, ignore the rude flies buzzing across the camera, but the sunset is absolutely lovely right now. My clothes are dry, gonna go for a shower. Loving it. Good morning guys, I'm camping just outside Pardue and the Carrie's dad showed up. It's like the big daddy version of the Carrie. I was having a chat to him last night for ages, absolutely frothing on his truck, and just looking at everything he's done himself to what I've done myself, and it is basically the Carrie's dad, just much bigger. Absolutely in love with it. It's what I wanted to do if I had a bit more coin. and time. But very impressed, and I can't get over the similarities. It's incredible. But he's traveling with him and his missus and 3 kids, and yeah, he's about to go do the Gibb River track. Good on him, eh? I'm very impressed. Alright, so I gave myself a little project. Both of these used to be the same height, but watching people caravan around and stuff and sleep in the little camper vans and stuff, I was a bit envious of how people could go in their van and just chill out and sit down, where I haven't got that luxury. I either have to lay down or sit in the cab. If I lay down, I'll probably just fall asleep. So I made myself this little stool to sit in, to get out the weather or get away from the bugs or whatever, you know. Yeah, sit there while I obviously pull the tub out and have a chill. And unfortunately I had no access to a grinder, so I had to use my trusty multi-tool. And before we parted, I made sure we could get some footage of the two together, father and son. You could probably see the similarities here. Wicked setup for the both of us. His is obviously set for purpose, and so is mine, travelling solo. Both quite unique rigs, that's for sure. I enjoyed that. Okay guys, there's been some quite extraordinary events that have happened here. Met the Carrie's dad. That was pretty cool. No, I haven't got daddy issues, the Carrie does. I cut my stool down like you saw, and I've got to this campground and there's a stool here that's shorter and already cut down, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. Just mind blown that I pulled up and there's a bloody stool here that's the size that I just cut mine down to. So yeah, bit of news. My uncle called me this morning and he goes, "Oh, we're headed to Pardew Station on the weekend. And you're still at Pardew?" And I'm like, "Well, I want to be moving on to Broome by then." But he's like, "Oh no, we're going to go fishing nearby and all sorts, and I haven't seen my uncle in years. So I'm going to slow down, chill out for a day or two and wait for him to get here, and more family and friends of his and all sorts. So it's going to be nice to socialise with some people for a while. But yeah, just hectic odds. I cannot get over the turn of events the last bloody 24 hours and just the weird stuff that's been happening. But yeah, keen. Cheers. There's some remnants. I don't know, it's quite large. Must be a cow, I reckon. But yeah, and there's this in the tree. So yeah, just chilled out for a little bit, watched some Netflix, made myself an iced coffee because it was quite warm. Going to close out this vlog. Thank you for watching Vlog Around Oz Volume 8. Cheers, like and subscribe.